Legitimate question.
Yeah.
What do we think is more likely? Do we think Tag? I don't think Tag ever surpasses PSA, but Tag surpasses Beckett and becomes like a main staple, like Black Label-esque grading. B, Tag gets bought out by PSA. Or C, Tag fails and isn't really relevant in 5 years. I'm curious what you guys think. And you can rank these in order if you want.
Yeah. So, I mean, the likelihood is that PSA is going to either partner with them or buy them out. That's the most likely. There is one small thing that Tag can do that might really push their business forward, which is their automated scanning machines that will be at like card stores and stuff, where you just put your card in, it pre-grades it and seals it for you. That would change them completely, because then they get the CGC volume. You know what I mean? But realistically, I think PSA probably will try to buy out their technology and get them out of the market, and then that's the end of that. But I don't think that they're ever just going to disappear. I think that they've made enough of their name, into the market right now, and they kind of push forward when the other brands were down on their knees. So like, again, with SGC, which I don't even know if most people even know about those guys anymore. You know what I mean? Tag like basically leapfrogged them. Mm-hmm. And then I would argue that it is more respected than CGC at this point in terms of the brand name. So I think it's got a real shot at continuing to grow. Honestly.
I think the slabs look better than.
Yeah, agreed.
I think their slabs are probably the best looking. Again, I still don't like the clear, but I hold it in my hand, and I feel like it is. It's still. You were like, wait, what am I pausing for?
I thought you said pause. I was like, what? Oh.
But like, I don't know. I feel like, you hold it and it feels like something that's like, PSA kind of feels like too plasticky, it's just certain things. But Dakota, if you could pull, I always forget the site that you pull up, like the grading.
I have GemRate up right now. That was
GemRate up right now.
Point after you finished.
Yeah. So to answer your question, and it's such a great question. I think we even spoke about it. You kind of mentioned it now. It's like right now, all TCGs are at like an all-time high as far as popularity, demand. So so is the grading, right? So if the market starts to cool, which I think it's starting to happen with Perfect Order a bit, right? If the market starts to cool and cools down even more, I mean, obviously we have 30th anniversary, but after the 30th, we can see a cool down, right? Do these grading companies have what it takes to continue to stay afloat? So I wanted to ask Coda if he could tell us how much is Tag grading a month right now?
Yeah. So I have the population data for the last couple of days. I don't remember how to. I know there's a way to get up to the last month, but
the month.
I did not have that prepared.
We did it once after.
It won't show me that for days.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've been checking relatively regularly, so I've got a feel for where it's been. I'll say first, my opinion is much reflective of what you just said, Seth. Like, if what the Bears are saying, and then 30th comes through, and then everything just plummets after that. I don't think it will, but were that to happen, what do you have the staying power? Have you made the name? And I know Tag's got a somewhat of a name, especially in very niche places, but so PSA yesterday graded 91.8 thousand items. Now that's involving everything, but of everything that's been graded, 70% of stuff that's graded is TCG, which we know the vast majority of that's Pokemon, and then One Piece probably. So 91.8 thousand is about the same. It's about the same as it was the last couple of days. CGC's at 30.1 thousand, Beckett's at 3.2 thousand, and then SGC's at 2,000, and Tag's at 1.3 thousand. So that's my concern.
1,000 yesterday.
My concern is Tag is not. Tag Tag has somewhat of a name, and it's a very trendy. I love Tag. Like, I have several Tag slabs. I really like I think their slabs are my favorite on the market. And I think their technology is very interesting. And I think in a perfect world, they do super well. But my fear is the perfect world is if everything falls apart in 5-6 months, they will not have the staying power to stay because they're not even great. I mean, their grading process is slow, it's expensive, and SGC is grading nearly double what they're grading. I think the most likely reality is PSA buys out the technology.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's not a bad thing necessarily.
It's not a bad thing, but
in a perfect world,
would they use it or would they just buy it out to just not have it on the market as a competitor? Because it's not I don't a lot of people had a whole feeling about PSA buying Beckett, and Beckett's not even a competitor in that space. I don't think anyone really. You could add up everything under PSA, and they're not even close to grading half the amount of stuff that we said 90,000 yesterday.
Yeah,
and the
it's
second CGC with 30,000. It would honestly, as a business move outside, to buy out competition, it wouldn't even make sense for them to buy Beckett. We mentioned this a couple of weeks ago on the pod, and Coda brought up a good point. They bought the black label. That's pretty much what they bought. Well, and it's collector, right? Yeah. It's collectors as the company bought that owns PSA, bought Beckett. And that's really what happened. So again, outside of just the technology, I don't even know if it's they will, if this happens, they will phase out. And I think Beckett will phase out too if the market turns, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be stunned.
There's not enough to go around where, if they're grading 3,000 a day, dude, we can have 10 guys grade 3,000 a day. How many people work at Beckett?